on today's show? Oh, we got the stream fixed. We got new computers, we got new cameras. Everything is basically HD, audio and video, so we're excited to bring this to you live from TTR Studios, and we are joined by Vitaly Borisov, the numero uno fan from down under, Auckland, New Zealand, will join us. Everything is opposite over there. It is literally him speaking from the future. It is Wednesday where he is. It's Tuesday where you are. You're watching live. The social media lounge is lit. We have masseuses. We have bottle service. And it's all there for you. So just get in there, strap it on, get ready for a float, because it's Luch Dog in the morning. And this is the voice of Onewheel.
In the morning.
Welcome back, folks. It is Luch Dog in the morning, but I am joined today, of course, by my producer in-house, Belly Matt LaBelle. Hello, my friend.
Hey, sir. How we doing today?
Oh, yeah, I know you're good with a new Caps win. We have made it past the Penguins. Belly is freaking out. I'll give him a whole few minutes just to get to that. But first, we've got to get to our guest from across the world. This is our first, I think this is as far away as a guest has ever been on this show. He is up at 2:45 in the morning, and our stream health will be a lot better in just a second. We're looking good. It is Vitaly Borisov, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show, sir.
Hi, guys.
How are you, man?
How's it going?
Oh, dude, we are so excited to talk to you from literally across the world. So I know it's very early for you, 2:45. Thank you for joining us, bud. This is really a blast.
Sure, no worries.
Now, you are from Russia, but you live in New Zealand. And I'm excited to talk to you guys. I'm looking at the video right now on here. We're making sure, for some reason, it's a little bit grainy, but I think that's about to improve. It usually just gets better as the stream goes on.
Yep.
So, we will monitor that. Thank you
Stop
for
on the
everybody.
stream health and let's get show on the roll.
Yeah, God, I just get stuck on it because
After the last two episodes, I understand why you're worried
I'm
about
lost, Belly. I get so mad when things don't work, and you know, we spend a lot of money. We just bought a really, really nice computer for this to make sure that everything is all set for you guys, because we care about you and we want to get to the show. So thank you for joining us on another Tuesday, 11 a.m. Make sure you go to the social media lounge. Belly, show them the new social media lounge. Look at this. This is all made for you guys. So if you will, just chat along, and Belly will pipe in the comments. Maybe don't tell me to go F my mom for extra thrust on a Onewheel this week. That was not the best text that I've ever received, although it was very funny.
And if you want to hear the whole conversation, check out last Wednesday's episode of Luch Dog in the Morning on our TTR Studios YouTube page.
Yeah, we spent the whole first segment talking about the beratement of 19 texts that came in last week of basically somebody telling me to GFM.
Yeah, following the show theme.
Yeah, so that was fun. Go ahead and check that out. So, Vitaly, you are the unofficial ambassador for Onewheels in New Zealand.
I like when you say it like that.
I mean, am I wrong? Look at Belly. I know we're already starting off. I'm going to put you to work. Can you go to a website for us? It's onewheel.co.nz. I want you all to do it. He's going to show you now, but if you're listening to this at work and you can't really watch, it is literally onewheel.co.nz for New Zealand. They have tell us about it, man. Why did you make this website?
You know, when I tried to find something about Onewheel in New Zealand, I just couldn't find anything about it. Just nobody knows about Onewheel in New Zealand, like at all. And so I thought, like, that can be a great idea, you know, just to spread the word. Just show Onewheel to the New Zealand.
I mean, and look at this, guys.
I created this website. Easy.
I mean, we've got starting with Onewheel, evolving while in control, hire the board, photo video sessions. So basically, what is this that people can contact you and then try it out, basically?
Yeah. And by the way, it's basically free. So you just call me, we meet somewhere, and I can give it a try for Onewheel. It's easy as that.
I mean, how good is that?
Easy peasy.
That's spreading the Onewheel stoke all over New Zealand.
That's unreal.
It's got to be an awesome place to also ride, right?
Yeah, it is awesome. The view's always scenic, you know. No matter where you ride, it is always just perfect picture outside.
And I'm sure AC Froggy would agree. I mean, we've got to give him a shout out because I believe he's the one who is like your partner in this. Is that right?
Yeah, you can see it on the website.
Yeah, exactly. We just showed the team your beautiful wife. Nicely done, sir. You got her on a Onewheel. How did you do that?
How I did what? Sorry.
How did you get your beautiful wife onto a Onewheel, my friend? Because we've been talking about this. Angel, last week we were saying with Amanda, how do we get more women into the sport? How did you do it?
Yeah, it was a challenge actually. So it was a challenge. Exactly.
Well,
So,
share your success. We need this. How did you get her into it? Because she loves
Yeah,
it
so
now,
when-
right?
yeah, once I bought my Onewheel, she said, definitely no, I'm not gonna try this stuff. This looks dangerous, and I'm not gonna ride this.
But
So I tried almost every day. I ask her, let's ride, let's just give it a try. You know, it's not as hard as it looks, but nothing works. So I bought second Onewheel. So now it's kind of makes sense to ride together, right?
I mean, that's a good way to just sneak it on her. Look, we've got two wheels. It's just sitting here.
Weird. It sounds very familiar to me.
Exactly what I did to Belly. Now I got a second board, dude. You might as well. We went to go get a coffee today, and he gets his keys out to go to his car, and I'm like, it is right down the street. We could just take the wheels. And God bless him, immediately said, yes, let's get a float. So, Belly, are you hooked now?
I mean, yeah, it's a lot of fun. Riding over to get a coffee this morning was really nice.
It's nice.
The weather was perfect for
It's
it.
70 degrees right now over here. What is it like with you over there, my friend? It's kind of chilly across the world.
Yeah, it is chilly. Actually, it's cold even at home. It's a winter time now.
It's just funny that we were talking about this.
Winter
It's
time.
winter. The moon is upside down for him. Tell me about that.
Yeah, it was very funny. When I moved to New Zealand, it was like everything wrong, you know.
Well, where did
the
you
cars
move
go
from?
on other side, moon is upside down, the clouds goes different direction, and all such kind of stuff.
Where did you move? You moved from Russia, right?
Yep, exactly.
And so northern hemisphere down to the southern hemisphere.
Far southern hemisphere.
And he mentioned to me the moon is upside down, and I know that. Like I believe I'm right that the toilets flush backwards.
I've heard that's
right?
a rumor.
Do the toilets flush backwards?
I think it was confirmed. I watched some video on YouTube, and it was actually confirmed.
What was that?
The toilets are flushing other ways.
The toilets flush in different direction. Yeah.
It's crazy to me. And so I know this is a show about Onewheels, but it was really funny to talk. I mean, it's a blessing, honestly, guys. We're talking to him on a free program, Skype, broadcasting for free to YouTube on a 5-second delay from as far away on the world that you could possibly be.
We could probably dig through the world and get out to the other side and be a little closer.
Yeah, I mean, it's unbelievable. So I'm really appreciative of this technology. The Stream Health is great. Social Media Lounge, good morning. Feel free to pipe it in. I have some questions for our friend here. I would like to get into, well, first of all, how we found him. Belly, do you know how we found him?
I do know. I know the backstory pretty well.
It's really funny. If you go to the analytics of our YouTube channel, the YouTube channel has been blowing up in a weird way. Because you guys are all dedicated listeners. It's fantastic. We only have 270 or whatever subscribers, so that doesn't look amazing at first, at first glance. But when you look at the watch time, you guys are unreal with the commitment. I mean, whoever is here, they're watching it. So the beauty of this is that in different countries, I can see the average watch times. Right? I can see how many people are listening and what the average watch time is. USA, 25 minutes. People then come, I'm sure they just come back to it. Other countries, 18 minutes, and then, they come back to it. But average watch time, New Zealand, 59 minutes and 14 seconds, and 1 listener. And we called that out, and he got in touch. I mean, what was it like when we said that on the show? Were you like, that's me?
Yes, exactly. But the funny part about it, when you said, I'm going to invite you to the show. And I thought, okay, maybe just, idea in general. And I just thought like, okay, maybe later, maybe like months later or something like this. And so I didn't check my Facebook. I haven't checked social medias for a while, And I watched another video on TTR Studio. It was, I think it was about Belly riding on Onewheel down the hill.
Belly's ass is chapped, probably.
Yeah, Belly's ass
that was a Luch Dog in the morning.
Yeah, that was a Luch Dog in the
Good.
morning.
All right, welcome back.
yeah. And you mentioned like we need to get this guy from New Zealand. And I thought, okay, maybe I need to check my, my chat and check if you write something to me. And I check and I realize you like 3 days ago you already tried to contact me and I just ignore it.
It's like, look at this guy, big league in me. I thought he's our #1 fan. He's giving me the big leagues. What do you got over there? Is something wrong? You got the social media lounge firing in apparently.
I'm gonna clarify first and then figure it out.
Okay, sounds good. So it is really nice to have you. And I know that he's the creator of the cartoons, guys. I don't know if you realize this, but he's the one who makes the cartoons for the Onewheel. Is that what you're clarifying?
Well,
right
that
now?
was what I was clarifying. They say I hope you guys show his comics on the show today. His comics are awesome.
Go to my Facebook page. Go to the Onewheel group.
All right.
Okay.
I'm
going to send you on
me today.
Hey, this is Social Media Lounge. I'm telling you how to get there. You're going to go to I'm going to send him on a wild goose chase because you guys need to see the cartoons he's come up with. I would go to the Onewheel group and then just search on the left when you get to the group. Search on the left. What should he search, man? I think Chris cartoon? Try that.
Good question.
Yeah, try that.
Easier way is just go to Onewheel NZ on a Facebook group, and it has cartoons almost in one go,
And that's in the owners group?
Or is that your own group?
This Onewheel NZ group. Yeah.
Oh, no, it's a different group. So just type in Onewheel NZ. Awesome. We'll show you guys all how to find it. Because it really is worth it. I know this is a little bit clunky as we do this, but it is worth it to see. Social Media Lounge is calling for it. And where can he find the cartoons once he's there? There it is. There's one. So we'll show this to the people, and I will read it for everybody who's on the podcast. Actually, Belly, why don't you read it to us because you're doing a lot.
Yeah, it's long ago, go-kart wheel found human. Human had some weird ideas. I want to combine a board. I want to combine you with a board to make a better one. Wheel has skeptical but one-minded. I know, I'm a terrible reader.
Yeah, awesome reading skills.
Yeah, my reading skills are way low.
We are huge fans of the Dan Le Batard show at Stu Gotts, and the guy who's the Belly character on that show is awful at reading, and it's just tickles my funny bone when somebody gets reading wrong because reading it's hard on the spot. But Belly, way to show you're doing a lot over there.
That's why karaoke is so hard.
Yeah. Well, you got to read and sing. But listen, his cartoons are really funny. That's my favorite one, the Chris Richardson bonk. Can you show that one? I'll read this one, see if I can do any better. It says, Chris, how can I be cool like you? Chris has confidence. And a Ferrari red Onewheel. And then, as he's bonking, the guy says, I've got a Onewheel XR, and Chris is off into the distance saying, well, that's a start.
Up in the air.
As he bonks off a ramp. And look how he got the 2 bonk nudges on the ramp perfectly. I just think that's fantastic. So why did you start doing this, Vitaly? Like, I mean, were you just like, hey, I'm going to make a cartoon for everybody?
Yeah, actually, it was something like that. Because I used to just change, the clouds, the text inside there, like memes or cartoons, something like this. And this time, I just got ideas that I can actually draw it. I didn't do it before. So all these cartoons, it's my first try. I just got it from the first try. So it was like, actually when I got this idea, it is always feeling like other people also have this idea. And I try to do it quick because I felt like somebody else gonna draw the same cartoons or something like this.
It's funny.
Can you imagine that?
No, that's funny. I went through the same thing when I kind of had the idea to do this. I was like, somebody's going to do it first. I got to get it out there. I got to do it. I mean, is that what you're saying? Like, it's too good of an idea for somebody not to do, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it's like on a surface, you just do it and that's it. And so I spent like the whole night drawing.
That's awesome.
My first cartoon.
Well, how long does it take for you to make one of these?
Usually it takes like about 10 hours.
10 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, I was going to ask you for one for the voice of Onewheel, but I mean, only if you've got the time.
Yeah, that was a challenge.
Now I've got a few saying like, "Wow, their art's really good. They like it. That's
cool.
funny. They really enjoy it." And I have one saying, "Do you post these on Instagram or any other social media?"
I actually post it only to Facebook. Maybe I should start to posting it to Instagram. Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's a good idea.
Fantastic job, Social Media Lounge. We're piping it in today. I want you guys to control the show. Very good. If you were to be Vitaly, there was a question going around in the .pro group that I thought was really funny. If you were to be, if the Onewheel community was like a commune and you were to have one job, what would your job be? I said I would be court jester. I think that's fair. Belly, you could be food taster.
I'm definitely a food taster. I would always taste for the poison.
You could be wine taster as well.
But it wouldn't work because I feel like I am immune to poisons. Like even if, the bad romaine lettuce that's been going around the U.S.
No, we've been crushing lettuce.
So from the Social Media Lounge, I just wanted to post this up. This is one of their favorite ones. This is when One-Wheeler's girlfriend's just telling him, trying to argue with him a little bit.
That is good.
Brian, we need to talk. That doesn't sound good. It's not.
Here, I'll be the girl. Brian, we need to talk.
That doesn't sound good.
It's not you.
Really, dude? You're supposed to
Really,
say?
dude?
You can't keep one-wheeling away from your problems, Brian.
I can't see it.
But he totally could, and it was awesome.
And it was awesome. That's the thing. She's just yelling at him. You can't keep running away from your problems with a one-wheel. But he can. Man, thank you for making these. I'm sorry we're just terrible. That was awful on our part. Yeah, we got to do that.
We're really bad at reading.
It's almost like we need a bigger TV, Belly.
Yeah, we've really advanced the studio lately.
Anyway, so let's do this. We'll take a quick break with Vitaly, and then what I want to do, I have a Russian accent. He is from Russia. Everyone tells me it's terrible. I want him to give it a rating out of 1 to 10, and then hopefully we can coax him to try an American accent for us, because I think that would be funny. Not offensive, just to be funny, because I feel I do characters. Like I got a good John. He's a Ringo Starr. You know, I play the drums for the Beatles.
That's pretty good.
It's not too bad. You know, so I'd like to. I've got a Russian one I want to try out for Vitaly. But what is the riding like before I get to break? What is the riding like in New Zealand that would make it, I guess, better or worse than somewhere else? Like, do you think it's a good place for one wheels to ride, and why?
The New Zealand has the best tracks around the country. It's not just one place, it's just like everywhere. And especially in Auckland, we have like tracks, it's concrete passes, walkways, just in the forest somewhere, by the rivers, on the beach. It's just an awesome place to ride one wheel.
Well, I don't like where listen, Belly, he's trying to tell me, this Vitaly guy,
what, that you have you have better tracks here?
That he's got better tracks than Floatville, USA, and I say no way.
Certain he does.
No chance, New Zealand. I would like to challenge New Zealand for a global domination contest. It really does sound nice. In fact, we're going to play some of your videos when we get back, if that's okay with you. So Vitaly Borisov joining us really, really early on his end at 3 o'clock in the morning. Thank you guys for joining us bright and early in the Social Media Lounge, and of course watching this on YouTube, TTR Studios, listening to the podcast on Google Play, Apple Music, iTunes, everywhere. It's all over the place. So Spotify, you can get it anywhere. It's the voice of One Wheel. We'll be back after this, and we will see you guys in just a second.
Marinate Restaurant puts a unique twist on fast casual dining by starting with only the freshest ingredients to slow cook delicious melodies of tastes and colors that are sure to delight your senses. Whether you're craving the Chipotle pulled pork sliders, honey basil chicken tacos, or the infamous kitchen sink wrap, Marinate has something for everybody with tons of vegetarian options too. It's the perfect choice of catering for your offices or events with fast and friendly service from a brand new store on Melrose and Western. Stop by today, or you can order online at marinateyourlife.com.
Yay for Taco Tuesday! Don't forget, buy one, get one free. All damn day!
Tacos, wraps, sliders, and sides. Slow cooked to perfection at Marinate Restaurant. marinateyourlife.com.
I want to warn Potts because I heard this number. It's outrageous. You are about to be in shock.
I would like a large coffee with 20 creams and 20 sugars.
Oh,
that's what she asked for. I heard he's right. I mean, you should be in shock. 20 creams, 20 sugars. And I looked
Ooh,
around.
did the person, the cashier say something?
She had to
please?
ask
Like,
twice. She had to turn around. She goes, oh, okay. And then she goes to get the coffee. And then she looks back one more time and she says, just make sure I heard you right. It's 20 and 20, right? And she goes, yep, absolutely.
You want 2 dubs? Okay, I got you, girl. Holy crap. Are you serious?
So
I'm going to charge you extra.
listen to what I watched. Then she turns around to put the creamer in the cup. And there's a 1, 2, and 3 button for creamer. 3 creamers at a time, 2 at a time.
She has to press it like 4
She
times.
hit, yeah, dude. Are you kidding me? She hit 6 3s and a 2.
Oh my god,
that's absurd. That's the math.
That's 6 3s and if you wanted a.
What's up, y'all? It's Maddie Mads here. This show is sponsored by TTR Studios. Whether it's weddings, parties, karaoke, audio, video production, and all your entertainment needs, call TTR Studios, LLC at 703-850-2223 or check them out at ttrevents.com. Start the show, Luch.
You guys are so hot right now.
Welcome back, folks. Boy, Luch Dog in the morning from TTR Studios, along with Belly, the producer extraordinaire, and my co-host on what you just heard, which was Luch Dog in the morning, every Wednesday and Friday. That was a little clip of it. We play it at 10 a.m. live, so join us tomorrow. I have the best story you could possibly ever hear. I will just say, rub and tugs exist. I found out. I have a report. I didn't even know how to talk about this on air. You have to tune in tomorrow at 10 a.m. to Luch Dog in the morning. I have the best story I've ever told. I've been telling stories for 5 years on the radio. Best story I've ever told. Vitaly, will you be there, please? Because I need you there.
Sorry, where? I was too.
He
too
wants you
focused on the music.
to. He wants you to definitely tune in to Luch Dog in the morning tomorrow for the best story he's ever told.
It's the best story I've ever told.
Okay.
I mean, I'm telling you right now, I Googled massage. I walked in and realized I was in a very, very different place from what I thought I was going to get work done on my back. And I have to tell you guys this story tomorrow. 10 a.m. Belly, go to your KP. Hit me right now. Do it. Hit transition. What's the matter with you?
I know the story. So it's for me. You said the term for what I thought was going to get work done on my back, and I just thought to myself, well, you did.
Or did I? Find out tomorrow on Luch Dog in the morning right here at 10 a.m. live Eastern. All right, Vitaly, I got to get into this. Tell us about any kind of board mods that you have done so far. Have you done the fangs? What do you think about the fangs?
I just want to try it, so I installed it.
Now these are fins, not fangs. Okay, those are flight
that's
fins.
the fins. Ah, the fangs, these small wheels.
I was talking about the small, like nosedive savers that seem to be very polarizing. Either people hate them or love them.
Yep. I thought about it. Initially it was like, wow, it's a great idea. But the problem for me, here in Auckland, we have like a lot of hills, up hills, down hills, and so on. And if board dies on an uphill, and if it's 2 rollers in the front, I'm just gonna ride back, which is not fun at all. So I don't think it's safe to do so, So I just gonna go without any special things,
Now, how do you like the fins so far, the flight fins?
I need more practice with this because
is,
board is pretty heavy. It's like 10 kilograms.
Yeah, it is pretty.
I mean,
heavy.
it definitely helps. You can fix your legs and you can feel it better. It just sometimes feels strange when your feet is too close to the fender. It should be a little bit.
I know that's something that I'm going to have to get used to. I ride so far apart.
Yeah,
but I mean, it should help with curbs, but I need more practice.
Yeah. Hopefully Chris Richardson puts out a video for some tutorials, and I know the flight fin guys, Ori and Michael, they crush it.
Look at Belly go. Can I get him in the .pro, please? You need to start posting more.
I don't need to post. You post enough for me.
That's true. If anybody can see me right now, I have been kind of out of the show for the last 3 minutes because I am dying to find that post that this guy wrote about the death trap that is the Onewheel and how awful it is compared to all the other skateboards, and this thing's such a nightmare and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Do you know what I'm talking about? It was about 2 days ago, and this guy went off on this rant.
It was on Facebook. Looks like a Russian guy, but from US.
I can't find it. I'm searching all of it. Social Media Lounge. If you can send that to me.
Maybe he deletes it. I don't know.
But what did you think about it? First of all, if anybody doesn't know what I'm talking about, basically this guy just got on, and I will paraphrase. It was like, all right, let's be honest here. I feel like this needs to be said. This thing is a freaking death trap. I've owned 4 pluses. I know what I'm talking about. The fact that it doesn't have 2 wheels, it's going to die on you at some point. You're going to get launched. You're going to get onto the pavement. You're going to eat S, and you're going to hurt yourself or die. So you should be on some sort of Evolve because that can do it better. It's not going to nosedive, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yo. So before I even say mine, would you like to comment to what he was saying, Vitaly?
You know, I have a good example about this. Just like a counter
argument.
Counter argument, yeah, exactly. There was a ride here in New Zealand. We rode in Auckland, and because we don't have too many one-wheelers, it was just me and my friend on these 2 one-wheels. And the other guys, it was like 20 guys. They were on longboards, electric longboards, like a boosted board or Evolve. And so we rode through the city, and all that guys fall few times, and we never fall from one wheels.
So you had a group of 20 people, and only 2 one-wheelers, and the guys who were on all the boosted boards and the Evolves, they were the ones that were falling a couple times, and you guys were fine?
Yeah, exactly. And the most important part, I have experience on one wheel, and my friend, who I give him this one wheel, he had like 10 hours experience, not 10 hours, actually like 3 hours experience. He rode it actually second time, and it was fine, you know?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. It's easy. It's intuitive.
This guy right here has never fallen off a one-wheel.
That's
after
true.
After all the riding.
That's true.
I mean, I've had 1 or 2 runouts, but typically I don't fall.
Mini runouts on grass when you're trying to do something new at 4 miles an hour. We're not talking about.
Yeah.
Vitaly, there was also very good, Belly. That's a good point. There was also a post that I like to just kind of talk with you guys about. Social Media Lunch. Feel free to. Are they reacting to this? I'd love to hear their response to that guy's ridiculous rant on how stupid this board is.
They were just saying they think the guy that wrote that is a known troll who has been booted and came back with a fake name.
Oh, makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, why? Okay. Is that really what
I wonder if it's the same troll we've been dealing with.
Yeah, well, he didn't mention... The texts that I received last week are just unbelievable. I mean, I didn't even look at my phone until the show was over because the stream was a nightmare, which then ruins my day. When something goes wrong on the show, I feel it for the rest of the day, most of the week. We care about this. So I didn't look at my phone for the first, 2 hours after the show. I was just sitting there posting. I was all frustrated. I looked down, I had 19 texts. 19! It was unbelievable to read through them. And I feel like it's almost worth it. Now that we're talking about it, we might as well. So this is how this went.
I keep some of it out, like the beginning parts.
Yeah, you guys.
Specifically just the parts about your mom you should have thrown in there.
Yeah. It's just basically, if I could get that one, it's that one. Okay. If you have any children listening right now, I'm about to. I'll clean it up. They asked a few questions trying to bait us into asking Angel something that would get her in trouble, apparently, which sucks. But whatever. I had a feeling there would be some pushback from last week, and that's fine. I want to be objective. I want to give everybody a chance to talk. So if I have to deal with some pushback so that Angel can get a fair chance to speak, then that's fine. I'm going to have Angel on. I'm going to have other people on. I can't wait to have 8 to 10 on. I want to be objective. But when I didn't even look at my phone. So sorry, texter. I don't mean to, have ignored you. But when I then get a beratement of, ask my MFing questions, you MFers. You GD boring-ass podcast, boring MFer. I'm trying to make your show not so GD boring. F you guys, your show sucks. Leaf Tech sucks, so does your mom. While I F her on my one wheel for extra thrust. And I'm just reading through this like, Jesus. Unbelievable. Is it, would you get that kind first of all, I know this person's phone number. I'm looking at it right now. So some of the few people I shared this with were like, why don't you just post his phone? And no, I'm not trying to put anybody on blast. I'm just saying, there are trolls out there, and you're right, Social Media Lounge. This guy who posted about the one wheel must have been one. Vitaly, right?
Yes, agreed, totally.
Is this are people in New Zealand nicer, do you think, than people in America? That was somebody in California. I looked up the area code. I had to know. San Jose, California, where the Onewheel is made. So hopefully it's not somebody at the factory. I doubt it is. But yeah, how about that? What is it like? Do you get people, speaking of that, while you're riding around, do people look at you and are they mad? Do you get like a whole lot of like, get off my lawn, kind of like negative Nancy's in New Zealand? Or are you getting a lot of, wow, cool, what is that? Did you make that? Like, what's the response?
In most cases, it's just, wow, cool. Did you make this? Did you make it? You know, it's a classic because nobody knows about it.
What's your answer when they ask you that?
I just use business cards.
You bring them around? I always just say, I wish, man, I'd be a gajillionaire. You think?
Well, I mean, we just had a experience with our rental, the place where we rent our apartment from.
Oh, good point. Tell them, Belly.
So we were riding back. We were riding back from getting some coffee and some breakfast sandwiches from one of our local gas stations. And right then we're driving by the leasing office, and of course they jump on out and they're like, "Hey, we need you on video right now. We've talked about this. We want you on video now."
It's really cool because I
yeah.
mean, like I wanted to already like Belly went to go get anyway. We were driving down, and she literally like flagged us down, and she's like, "I've been meaning to get a boomerang of you guys going down and then back." And this is our apartment complex management team that just took over our complex, so we don't know if they're going to be nice. I've been living here for 2 years. We're like, oh, I hope these people don't like screw us and like jack up the rent and all this stuff. Or like maybe they hate Onewheels. She's like, first of all, everybody comments about it. They always talk to us. They're like, have you seen the guys that ride around in those little wheelie things? And I'm like, wow, okay, well, that's awesome. They're not like mad about it. And she's like, go do some cool I see you guys all the time on the grass and do it. She sees us on that grass berm you guys have seen. I post videos about it all the time. They could see it from the window. And they very easily could be like, hey, that's a property. No thanks. You know, get off my lawn. And they instead are like, can we get a boomerang?
Just so we can boost our social media.
Yeah. So hopefully people will come and check out our place. Can we just get you guys doing something cool? Of course, Belly's got a breakfast sandwich and a coffee. He's ridden like maybe 10 miles in his life.
That's about right.
That must have been nerve-wracking for you.
No, I'm always ready. When the lights come on, I'm always ready.
Vitaly, what kind of riding do you do? Let's maybe pull up a video or two of him. Can we do that?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, so Vitaly, tell me about the riding that you like to do. You said New Zealand's beautiful. We'll show some of that scenery. Are you more of a street guy, trail guy, grass guy? What are you feeling?
Mostly, I ride on a pavement, just concrete in a city, CBD somewhere. But few times I tried BMX track, and few times I rode. Yeah, that's the video from BMX track.
It's unreal, man.
Yeah.
This looks amazing. This is like my dream.
Yeah, that's a nice track.
That looks awesome. And I guess the grades are just wow. I was curious if you're going to get up that hill. Where is this?
It's Whangarei, north of New Zealand.
Any riders out there, if you're ever looking to go to New Zealand, again, it's onewheel.co.nz. Onewheel.co.nz for New Zealand. Just check him out. He will give you a free ride on his board. He will show you how to do this. Why would you spend time
showing riders?
Well, here's the real question. If you could bring it back to me for a second here, Mr. Belly. The question that I have, and again, I'm trying to be objective. So when something rubs me the wrong way, I'm going to say it. Something stokes me, I'm going to share the stoke. Did you reach out at all to Future Motion to like maybe have them endorse this at all, or maybe support this at all?
Maybe.
Vitaly?
No.
You did. I thought you said you had reached out. Did you reach out to them?
It was AC Froggy.
Froggy. Well, tell me. So Froggy reached out. Okay, got you. And I mean, they didn't really.
They didn't. They actually didn't support it.
Did they say no, or did they just not respond to you?
Yeah, AC, I don't know.
Okay.
I need to ask AC Froggy about that.
But either way, not down with it. Now listen, folks, that frustrates me. But I can at least accept the other side of it, which is I understand they don't know you from a hole in the ground. Who are they to trust you with their reputation? It's probably the same reason that they don't sponsor this show.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they don't know me. And quite frankly, I don't want them to sponsor the show because then I would feel like I owe them something. And I don't think that's the right way to do the show. I think this is an objective, journalistic, fun place for you guys to share the stoke and learn and, you know, get something off your chest if you need to. But if these guys are literally putting together a website as professional as that, I mean, it's professional AF.
It looks good.
Right?
The website looks really good.
And they took the time to do that. They take the time to go out and literally show people a product.
And it's to spread it. To actually
spread it for you. This is what a company would dream. Imagine, Belly, imagine if he was doing that in New Zealand for our show. Imagine if every single one of you listening right now went out and started a website dedicated to us saying, how come you haven't listened to TTR Studios yet? And then you asked me if I wanted to support that, and I was like, no, go shove. Like,
Yeah, that's a bad move.
that would be the best thing on the planet for you guys to do. I would be all, yes, what can I do? How can I support it? I mean, I can't, I don't know how much money I can give you T-shirts. I'll blast you on your show. I'll trade you with, putting support. There's got to be something there. And if we have this amount of stoke that and time that we're willing to put into this, come on, man. This is how you take over global domination, not by just hiding under the wings and making 3-minute videos about riding in a trail. Nobody cares. We've all seen that. There's 1,000 of those. Like, put your efforts towards supporting the community, which will then spread this like a freaking wildfire. Am I wrong? Vitaly, am I wrong? Social Media Lounge, am I wrong? I'm not trying to be too hard on Future Motion. I love them. They made the thing that I love the most in the world right now. I'm a single guy. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Your girlfriend's the one wheel.
My girlfriend's the one wheel. It's my lady.
Yeah, that sounds good, but it's what it is. And I'm actually kind of okay with that because New Zealand is pretty small market. So it was similar story with the Tesla. When people try to bring Tesla to New Zealand and Tesla said, no, New Zealand is too small. But anyway, now we have Tesla in New Zealand.
Yeah, and then what happened? Exactly.
Eventually we will have One Wheels here too.
Exactly. And I'm just imploring them to get on the forefront of it. Now, I know that there's probably some things that's shipping and all kinds of things that go into that that I don't know about. So I'm not trying to be too hard on them. Man, doesn't that rub you the wrong way?
Well, for me, it's more... I think they should take more of a, like you're saying, the marketing standpoint now. They got to jump out and get this thing spread out no matter how it takes. Because if they don't have... Maybe they feel like because they're not paying that person, they don't have the control over that person.
Which is scary.
Which is scary to them.
I would imagine they're terrified of me for literally saying something like this right now.
Yeah.
I mean, this show for a company could be the worst or the best thing ever. Right? And that's what happens when you make something that starts getting into the public eye. People talk about it. I mean, what do you expect if it's going to get on the news? If you want it to be big, you can't be afraid of people talking about it, honestly. You got to stand by your product.
Well, and I think New Zealand's a big, kind of a good starting point for them. I'm fairly certain New Zealand has a very long history of extreme sports, right?
Yep, that's correct.
So New Zealand would be a perfect kind of launching ground for something like the One Wheel's popularity because of the extreme sports history that comes from New Zealand, right?
Exactly.
I just wanted to say that it's a really good place to start something in Risk. It's fantastic to start from Australia and work your way out. Everybody knows in Risk, purple is the greatest place to start. Am I wrong? Go on.
Oh, you're talking about Risk,
the board game Risk. You you want to start in New Zealand, Australia. You need all that.
It's an anchor because it only has so many entry points.
No one's getting in. There's one entry point.
That's your target.
I didn't mean to step on top of you. I just thought of that and just blurted out. But yes, all right. So let's move on to a quick break, if we can. I will do that. I will get us out of this, and then when we come back, I've got board mods. We've got audio blocks. And then, of course, New Zealand versus United States of America as far as accents go, and Floatville, USA versus Auckland. So that's a lot in 20 minutes, folks. Hope you're strapping it on. It's all right here on Luch Dog in the Morning. This is the voice of One Wheel on TTR Studios.
Marinate Restaurant puts a unique twist on fast casual dining by starting with only the freshest ingredients to slow cook delicious melodies of taste and colors that are sure to delight your senses. Whether you're craving the Chipotle pulled pork sliders, honey basil chicken tacos, or the infamous kitchen sink wrap, Marinate has something for everybody with tons of vegetarian options too. It's the perfect choice of catering for your offices or events with fast and friendly service from a brand new store on Melrose and Western. Stop by today, or you can order online at marinateyourlife.com.
Yay for Taco Tuesday! Don't forget, buy one, get one free. All damn day!
Tacos, wraps, sliders, and sides. Slow cooked to perfection at Marinate Restaurant. marinateyourlife.com.
I am full on a minority here. I walked in, and the director of First Impressions is not having any part of me. First of all.
Too amped.
You didn't make a very, very good first impression?
No. And I had my Onewheel with me.
Oh, really?
I mean, who the hell wouldn't think you're hip and cool? Sorry.
It's true, especially because it's geared towards the older crowd. but anyway.
Oh, God, that was good. So no, I went in there, and what I was supposed to do is like what I do on Fox 5 morning news. Like a lot of times they want to, go get a little younger. So they'll have a DJ come in on Friday, and they'll have the DJ just do the breaks. Dude, it's so funny.
They did. They thought they hired some young, hip dude.
Yeah.
And you came in with your paperboy hat and you're like, yes, eh?
Hi.
Yeah.
It's a little warm in here, saying.
Yeah. Looks a little urban in here. Yeah.
Oh, that is Maddie Potts and Belly, of course, having fun with me on Luch Dog in the Morning. Do not forget, you've got to tune in tomorrow at 10 a.m. for the best story I will ever tell anybody on this planet until the next one. But yeah, this one is good. You do not want to miss tomorrow's show. I'll see you live 10 a.m. Luch Dog in the Morning. So Vitaly Borisov joins us from New Zealand. He is fan numero uno.
He is number one.
Absolutely. And we want to get into a little bit of what kind of board mods? I know we talked about flight fins and fangs a little bit. Is there anything else the Onewheel needs, Vitaly?
Yeah, it definitely should be float plates.
So you're a big fan of the float plates. My okay, I have to say it. It's true. I love the float plates. I love the float life. I love 8 to 10. I'm sure makes awesome ass glass. I know there's different forms of float plates. That can be a polarizing topic. I know that, but listen, here's the truth. I feel like I lost too much. Do you have an XR, Vitaly?
No, not yet.
So I saw you riding on that BMX track, and you climbed some interesting hills. The beauty of the XR is you're going to want to climb more hills because of its ability to climb hills, right?
Yep.
I never noticed, we know that the XR is about a 1/4 inch of less clearance on your front deck.
Yep.
And that is about the same height as a float plate. Now, unfortunately, I feel without a float plate on an XR, I felt like I didn't miss out on any clearance because I'm used to a plus with a float plate. So a plus with a float plate next to an XR without one is like the same exact thing. It's the same clearance. But when I added the float plate to the XR, which the Float.life makes them, they're great. They are great. But I definitely feel like I miss out on a lot of the clearance that I need to do some of the tricks that I'm used to on like grass berms. I don't know if I want to keep it on, and I actually took out my front plate just because I want that clearance. Now, would that terrify you? Why do you say that you need float plates in the first place?
That it just feels much safer.
Agreed, right? So can you imagine my anxiety of not having one on the front? So clearly I can't do any slides, which I don't really do anyway. I'm in grass and stuff. I'm not really on parking blocks. But yeah, man, I feel like I'm naked in the front. I won't let anybody ride my Onewheel XR because of that. I don't want them scraping up the front. You guys can ride my Plus all you want. But the XR, you're gonna lose a little bit of clearance if you put that float plate on for sure.
Yeah, but you see on the other side, XR is mostly for commuting. I would say it's nice to go like long directions, like 25 kilometers or something like this, and this is for tricks.
I couldn't agree more. I couldn't agree more, and that's why I feel better about doing it. I'm not saying this is an indictment against any kind of float plates. I think they're completely a necessity. I just know that the type of riding I do, especially in some grass, I don't have enough clearance in the front. But you're right that it's really for going further. I treat it as kind of my like longer board, my commuter board. And then if I want to go out and like get wild, go buck and naked, I get on my Plus. I don't know where that came from, but yeah, that's what I'll do. So I just wanted to bring that up because you're right. Float plates are a must, but don't kid yourself. You are going to lose a little tiny bit of clearance if you put them on an XR. It doesn't make the ride not enjoyable. Let me just make sure I say that. It's still fun. You can still do a whole lot of stuff. You just have to ride it a little differently.
From the social media lounge, it says replace the XR bumper with the Plus bumper and float plate looch.
No.
No way.
That can't
way.
happen.
That comes from James Paul in the social media lounge.
James Paul? I don't think so, sir. Give me this. Can I have that? No, can you read that again?
Replace the XR bumper with the Plus bumper and float plate.
Your reading.
Can you actually do that?
Replace the XR bumper with the Plus bumper and float plate. That's exactly what it is.
That's word for word. That was much better. Is that even possible?
At James Paul
So
is
who has
correct
XR?
from Adam
We need to
Hilliker.
try.
Wait. I'm sorry, Vitaly. Hold on, Belly. What'd you say? Hilliker said it's right?
Adam Hilliker says the OCD won't allow me to have a different thickness beneath the board. My brain will explode.
So
at James Paul is correct.
So they took
Chris Richardson at James Paul is right. It does work only for the front.
Get the hell out of here! That's amazing. Okay, so you're social media lounge. Am I getting this right? What you're saying is take the front off of my Plus
and put it on the XR.
And put it on the XR. But then what about my Plus?
Then what about it?
It's just naked?
Naked.
No bump? No bumpies? That's not right. James Paul, help me
Don't you
out.
have spare bumpers?
Oh, it's true. You can get a spare bumper.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, a whole new world changing. World's changing.
You know, I think
it's very good information. Nice to know.
I tried to do this, but I did not know that it'd be possible. So when I go to do my float plates, you're telling me you need to take my bumper off my Onewheel Plus, and I need to move it over to my XR.
Now, do you even hear an accent when he says that?
Come on, that's spot on Russian. Vitaly, out of 1 to 10, 10 is amazing. What is that number?
I would say 7.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Give him a good one. See,
Social media lounge, fire away. What is that number out of 1 to 10? What do you think about my Russian? I think it's very strong. It's thick, a little Greek, like you drink milk from a goat.
the thing about accents is, I don't know what you're talking about.
Right now I quote Office.
It's like
very
someone
show.
you tell has a southern accent, but they don't hear it. You know how some people just don't hear accents the way you expect them to hear them.
Are you telling me this is not Russian accent? Social media lounge will be our key. They
Well,
will
no.
tell. They will judge.
Here's the thing.
I'm
what I'm trying to
telling you.
explain to you about accents right now.
Well, let's hear from Vitaly. Let's hear from Vitaly. I believe if we could get you to say something American, maybe we can hear your attempt. What should we have him say?
Yeah, let me try something.
All right, go ahead. Fire it away.
Sunday fun day is for cheeseburgers by the pool.
See, that works. See, but
Sunday fun day is for cheeseburgers.
and in his head, that definitely sounds American. Because cheeseburgers at the pool is the best. And everyone says 7's an accurate rating for your.
Oh, I agree. Okay, 7 is good for me. His American, 10 out of 10.
Yep.
10 out of 10. Oh, fantastic. Man, it's been fun with you. All right, well, should we give something away? Should we do some lunch today? I haven't used the phone line. Let's put Belly to work. I want to PayPal $10 to you for lunch today. Call me right now, 571-354-7338. Say what up to our man Vitaly and speak to him from across the world.
Questions?
If you have any questions for him, feel free. We will also PayPal you $10 for lunch today just for saying thanks for listening. So go ahead and get those calls in right now. First call that comes in, 571-354-7338. Put Belly to work. We will buy you lunch just for saying thanks. How about that?
Yeah.
Vitaly, if I bought you lunch, what would you eat right now? What's your Onewheel spot that you go to most often for a quick bite?
I usually eat sushi. That's funny, but it is sushi.
Oof, I don't know, man.
Well, New Zealand's in a good old place where sushi can be fresh.
Yeah, what else is New Zealand good for? Like good sushi, okay, great one-wheeling apparently. I disagree until I see it. It looks pretty awesome. I saw some videos. It looks pretty awesome.
I've seen the videos. The
Yeah.
AC Froggy video of New Zealand on the beach. We've shown that video before.
Just throw me the phone. You can show it. I got it. 571-354-7338. I will multitask. Belly will show you a video from AC Froggy. What else is New Zealand good for? What are you guys known for, man?
Fish and chips. Fish and chips, if say it properly.
No,
it's just like
isn't that a British thing? Isn't that from England, from London?
It is from England, but New Zealand is pretty UK based culture, you know.
So now you haven't been back to Russia with your Onewheel, I'm guessing, right?
Nah.
Okay. Because I would imagine you wouldn't be able to get a lot of good riding in Russia. It's just a lot of cold and rainy. But man, you are, like you said, right in the thick of it. What is something that you've done? What is winter like in New Zealand? You're not getting snow, right?
We have snow, but down the south.
Okay.
On the north, no snow. It's by the way, it's upside down. It's all in a different direction.
Well, what do you
north is hotter, south it's colder.
That is weird. That's true because north would be closer to the hemisphere, or I'm sorry, the equator. Oh, that is weird. So the higher north you go, the hotter it gets.
Yes, exactly.
That's awesome. All right, so we're going to take a look at AC Froggy's video right here. This is Ahipara. I don't know what that means, but that's
a beach, I believe.
Yeah, it's a beach, Haipara Beach, yeah.
Okay, so we'll take a look at that. That's another reason you're going to want to go over to TTR Studios on YouTube and check out the video. The podcasters, we do appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
Look at the sunset in this video.
I know, dude. It looks like he's in, like the Lord of the Rings.
Oh, weird.
On the beach. What, is that where it was made? Amanda Thompson right now is like, yes! What is going on in the social media lounge? Are they popping off? I want to make sure that they get a chance to.
Yeah. But, I mean, this beach video is them cruising around. We don't have anything like this in Floatville.
No, they have beach. Okay, but go to my we don't have to show mine. They've all seen ours. But if you go and check out on our page, the top video as you get to our page, TTR Studios, is the Black Diamond runs at Floatville, USA. It is this orgasmic. It's just on grass. It is the ecstasy on sex.
Oh, God.
Of grass. That's very good. Take me back to Vitaly. I want to tell him something funny, actually, about the Caps game. And before we get you guys out of here, I got to give Belly like 30 seconds to rant because Belly is such a Caps.
Do it tomorrow.
You're going to do it tomorrow, too. That's fine. But just the funny thing is, Vitaly, is that he's working, and before he goes to work, Belly is like a diehard Capitals fan. I know, I don't know, from Russia, you probably like hockey. We got Ovi. I mean, you a hockey fan at all?
Nah, not really. That's funny. I'm from Russia, but no.
Along with the rest of the United States of America, I couldn't even find the channel that this Game 6 playoff hockey game is on in my own home city. Anyway, Belly says to me, before he goes to work that day, yesterday, if you see me text you better than sex on ecstasy, that means the Capitals won tonight.
Yeah, I do use it in regular terms.
It's fantastic. So now that has become a thing like Bode Mode. Is now part of the Onewheel vernacular. But yeah, no, God, dude, you're like sitting, he comes home, you're just so elated right now. Give me 30 seconds on the Caps.
Well, it's just one of those things where obviously, not just Caps, but in Washington, D.C. sports history, it's been 20 years since we were in a conference final. They have DC Sports who have
in any four sports.
We're one of a few cities in the U.S. that have all four major sports that have not won a championship since 1992. We haven't been to a championship game since 1998. We haven't been past the second round since 1998. So this is the first time in DC Sports in 20 years.
Oh, all of you know.
It's the last time I was 8 years old, right?
Yeah.
8 years old.
For you, yeah, sure. And I mean, all of you know, like you can imagine, like the Nationals will get like 2 strikes away. Drew Storen in 2008, my God.
Yeah.
Or I forget what year it was. We were just, maybe 2012. We were like a strike away. Boom, takes it away from us. There's always these terrible losses. We could never get past the Penguins. I couldn't care less about hockey, but I'm a big homer, so I want the home team to win. And it's been really fun to watch it with Belly. I guess if I can't be on my Onewheel, well, I'm happy watching hockey with you, my friend. So, Vitaly, we got to get out of here, man. Is there anything that we didn't bring up today that you want to make sure that you get across? I'm really having fun having you on. Thanks for making the time, dude.
Yeah, sure. No worries. I think we covered pretty much everything.
It's been a blast, and we'll do it again. You know, we appreciate your commitment to watching, and to all of you listening right now. We really do take this seriously, and we really appreciate the commitment that you put forth. Just like our man Vitaly over here, we'll call him our now official ambassador to the Onewheel community. What do you got from the social media lounge, Belly?
No, everything from the social media lounge is same old stuff, just spreading the stoke and having a good time in there.
It's been a blast hanging out with you guys. Vitaly, say goodbye to the people.
Yeah, see ya, guys.
Thanks for hanging out with us. Belly, Matt LaBelle, get us out of here, bud.
Thanks, everyone. As always, you can tune into us and like and subscribe to us if you haven't already to TTR Studios YouTube page. Find us on litmradio.com and tune in to us every Tuesday here at the Voice of Onewheel at 11 a.m. And then Wednesdays and Fridays, don't forget to check out The Best Story Ever Told tomorrow, 10 a.m. right here at TTR Studios.
One word. What was the emotion that went through your? What was the first thought that went through your brain when I said when I told you the story? 2 words.
Sunday Fun Day.
Sunday Fun Day. I am going to tell you guys right now, it's the best story I've ever told. We'll see you tomorrow, bright and early, 10 a.m. Eastern. Stick around. We'll see you then. Thank you to Vitaly Borisov. And for everybody here at TTR Studios, it's your boy Luch Dog in the Morning Social Media Lounge. You guys are the best. We'll see you guys tomorrow. It's Luch Dog in the Morning, and this is the Voice of Onewheel.